over to see my in-laws, and the neighbors asked if we saw a lot of dead birds, and I said, no, what are you talking about? And I walked up to see what they were talking about, and there were tons of dead birds just dead in the yard, and some were dying. So I called my neighbor who knows a lot about birds and wildlife and animals in general, and Mary said that she didn't hear of any kind of disease or anything. So we came over later on in the afternoon, and we saw a dead dove, and somebody had cleaned up a lot of the dead birds, but there was still some apparently that had died after the cleanup, and they were still there. So we were figuring out who to call, and we got a hold of somebody with the West Nile virus place, and he came out yesterday, which was Monday, and swabbed a couple of their throats, and I guess a test for West Nile virus. And the Game Commission gentleman came out today to just he collected some of the birds to kind of see what was going on with them, and he talked to some of the neighbors there and found some things out that maybe should or shouldn't have been done, or he's checking into that. And
what about the eagle?
The eagle was actually, there was vultures in this field here, and the eagle I saw come down, and I said, I swear that had a white head, but I wasn't, too sure. And I thought, well, maybe I was seeing things. And next thing you know, the eagle just took off flying that way and back to its nest. And so there was definitely a bald eagle over there, and a couple vultures and some doves over there at the time that all this happened. And that was about Sunday afternoon, about 4 o'clock, that we saw that.
What upsets you about walk out the door and see dead birds?
Well, other than walking out, people who live here walk out the door and they see all these dead birds in their yard. And I mean, nobody knew anything about it. They just wake up on Sunday morning and all these dead birds are laying. And, my thought was, what if they're poisoned, or what if they have some kind of disease, and what if a cat gets it and takes it into somebody's house, or somebody's dog gets the cat that got it, or whatever, and it's got some kind of disease or poison or something, and it ends up not only trickling down the food chain, but trickling up the food chain. What about snakes who would eat the dead birds, or possums or raccoons or anything that would eat the dead birds, and then what about the eagle and the vultures that do it? Are they going to end up coming out tomorrow morning and seeing a dead eagle or dead vultures in their yard? I don't know.